Hey, welcome back to Making Mindset Matter, the channel that helps you unlock the power of your thinking so you can create the life you were meant to live. I'm your host Shaq, and in today's episode, we're talking about why so many of us live the same day over and over again, and what it really takes to break free and become someone new. So here's a question. If your thoughts create your life, why are most people living like nothing's ever going to change? So let's dive into this. Did you know that the average person has around 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day? And here's the real kicker. Over 90% of those thoughts are the same as yesterday's thoughts. So if your thoughts shape your reality, keep thinking the same ones every single day, it's no wonder your life feels stuck and on repeat. Let's unpack what's really going on and how to really break the cycle. Do you really believe your thoughts create your life? Well, most people say yes, but here's a stat that might surprise you. Only 1 in 50 people set intentional goals for their future each day, and even fewer visualize them consistently. Why? Because deep down, most people don't truly believe it'll make a difference. But if you knew that what you think creates your life, would you really skip a day? According to neuroscientists, the brain is like a map of your past. Every single experience you've ever had, every routine, every habit, every memory is wired into your neural circuits. So here's something wild. By the time you're 35, 95% of who you are is a memorized set of behaviors, habits, emotional reactions, and beliefs. Most people, they don't realize that their daily routine wires their brain not to change. Just think about it. 80% of adults report that most of their day is spent doing repetitive tasks. Over time, those tasks become their identity. So you wake up, you scroll on your phone, you work, your brain, it isn't changing, it's just repeating. But the brain, it doesn't know the difference between an experience and a thought, as long as the thought is vivid enough. Which means if you think about a better future for long enough, your brain starts to wire it as if it's already happening. So here's the formula. How you think plus how you act plus how you feel is your personality. And your personality, it creates your reality. If nothing changes in those 3 areas, neither will your life. So the conscious mind can only handle 5% of your thoughts. That means 95% of your thinking is unconscious, running on autopilot every single day. So you might really want to change, but your habits, emotions, routines, they just pull you back. And that's why people say, I'm trying to stay positive, but still feel stuck. And that's because their body is addicted to the feelings of the past. Every thought releases chemicals. If it's a good thought, you feel good. If it's a negative thought, you start to feel bad. And here's exactly what happens. You think a negative thought, you feel bad. That bad feeling causes more negative thoughts. And it becomes a cycle. This cycle creates what scientists call a state of being. The fun fact is your body can become addicted to emotions like stress, guilt, anxiety, all in the same way it can become addicted to caffeine or sugar. So how is it that we can change our life and break the habit of being in the current state? When your body knows your emotional state better than your conscious mind does, that's when you're living out of program. So what does this real change need? You need to learn to visualize and feel like your future self before it actually arrives. Remember, learning creates new connections in the brain. So memorizing emotions reinforces the old ones. So So which one are you doing more of? See, the trouble is, most people, they'll just wait for a crisis. And sadly, most people only change after pain. Stats show that after a major life event like a health scare or a loss, 80% of people report feeling a shift in their old perspective. But only 30% take lasting action to actually change their habits. So don't wait for life to force you to grow. And here's what I really want you to take away from this video. Spend 5 to 10 minutes a day imagining the best version of you. See it clearly, feel it emotionally, and really believe in it mentally. Because the moment your brain and body begin to believe your future is real, that's when change really begins. Thanks for tuning in to Making Mindset Matter. The truth is this: if you can think greater than your environment, you can feel like your future self. You can start to rewire your life. So don't just listen to this. Take action. Share this episode with anybody who needs to hear it. And remember, your mindset is not just a part of your success. It's the absolute root of it. Until next time, I'm Shaq, reminding you to think bigger, live better, and make your mindset matter. Thanks for watching.